5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Weekend confirmed.
Ignition. Liftoff.
Hey guys, welcome to Question of the Week for Weekend Confirm. This is Garnett Lee, and today I have a question from Ryan Archer 95. He asks, we keep seeing shooters come out as the predominant genre for most games now. What do you think will be the next genre? Well, Ryan, I think that actually genres are a holdover that are probably going to start going away as technology gets better. I think what you'll see more is, and you can still call these genres, I guess we call them genres in film, is we'll see more of a division based off what sort of narrative content you're getting in games. Now, of course, you're still going to have a variety of mechanically driven games. I mean, look, Pac-Man is still Pac-Man. Arcade games still have, their games that are about the mechanics of playing them. And you're going to have indie games, which are going to be hard to define because a lot of times those are very creative. I think, though, in this mainstream genre that I think what you're getting at, where you have, like, the Call of Duties and the Battlefields and games like L.A. Noire, that you're going to see this sort of intermingling of what we used to think of as genres, and it's going to be really hard to put a tag on there and say, oh, well, this is a shooter. Oh, well, this is an action game. Uncharted 3, is that a shooter? Is it an adventure game? Is it a story game? It doesn't really matter. It's a fun game, and I think what you'll see is we'll break these things down into, adventure games and action games, and what's going to become popular are the games that do the best job of combining a great story, good character investment, so that you really care, like Drake, I think, I go back to Uncharted, you really care about that character. And that might actually put games that have less strong characters, under a little bit of pressure. Ultimately down the road, does Gears of War really have that like gonna bring you back and many times? I mean, obviously we've come back for 3 episodes, and we're coming back because of the mechanics. But are you really coming back because of the story? And as we keep advancing, part of what the big draw to Gears was you had this great-looking Unreal Engine, and it was the showpiece for the Unreal Engine. And now you're getting multiplayer added into that. But as we see games mature, as we see games like L.A. Noire, and, what other games did I think of have been like that? Alan Wake, another game that's really hard to put a name on it because it's at its heart an action-adventure game, but the narrative part was still important. Now, we can argue about how good the story was, of course, but it was very important to the idea of the game. So, long story short is, I don't think genres are going to be as regimented as we see them now. I don't think we're going to have a real-time strategy game is going to come back, or adventure game is going to come back. What we'll see is that this broader spectrum idea of what makes a great game will be the everything game. You're going to have to be able to deliver great story, great characters, and good action, and a good controller feeling. Ultimately, you got to play the game. That's what makes the game different from a movie. If you want to submit your questions, send them to us on Facebook. Hop in the shacknews.com thread. You can tweet us. We got the Weekend Confirmed Twitter. We got Del Rio's Twitter. Got my Twitter. Lots of ways to get to us. Love to have your questions. Till next week, we are out.